It's the most exciting time in the month of January, and also one of the most exciting wrestling shows you can ever be a part of. It's the Royal Rumble, live from Tampa, Florida, 7 p.m. roughly, is in the beginning of the show. So the Royal Rumble is happening tonight. As of this recording, it's about 2:40 p.m. Saturday, January 27th, 2024. The Royal Rumble starts in just over 4 hours. So we've got 4 matches on the card tonight. Since each Rumble match will give about an hour or so of time slot, we have only 4 matches on the card tonight. 2 championship matches and then the 2 Rumble matches. So let's go over the card. We have a singles match for the United States Championship. The United States Champion Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. Then we have a fatal 4-way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship between the champion Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and then LA Knight. Then we have the Men's Rumble and the Women's Rumble. So this is me sort of discussing what I think is going to be happening tonight. We'll start off with the United States Championship match, Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. Logan Paul will be retaining tonight. WWE is most likely setting up a WrestleMania match between Logan Paul and LA Knight for the United States Championship. So I think that Logan Paul is going to be victorious. Plus, Logan also signed a full-time contract with the WWE. So that's the most likely result is Logan Paul walking out victorious. But I think that they're going to put on a really, really good match because Kevin Owens is probably my favorite wrestler in the company today, at least from an in-ring perspective. And he also wrestles with a shirt, which is what I used to do. So that's awesome. Next up, we have the Fatal 4-Way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, LA Knight. Roman Reigns will most likely walk out of the Royal Rumble still champion. His long, historic championship reign will continue. At least it's not going to end until WrestleMania. Now, obviously, there's a big question mark floating over the head of Roman Reigns. Who exactly is he going to be facing at WrestleMania? Because he's not guaranteed to be at the Elimination Chamber. But some people think it's going to be The Rock. Some people think Cody Rhodes might get a second chance to finish his story. Either way, I 100% believe Roman Reigns will walk out as champion because I don't see why anybody else would win the championship otherwise. I'm sure some shenanigans would be involved, but either way, Roman Reigns will walk out victorious as the WWE Universal Champion, the undisputed Universal Champion, I should say. So next up, we have the 2 Royal Rumble matches. We have the men's and the women's rumbles. Now, apparently, we've heard that there might be some pretty significant off-the-wall surprises at the Royal Rumble today. Traditionally, the Rumble has always been very full of surprises, but maybe we will have some forbidden doors being opened today with some workers from other companies showing up at the Royal Rumble. Of course, time will tell. I don't know if you're going to see anything too exciting like Tekla showing up in the Royal Rumble or maybe even MJF or anything like that, but who knows? The Royal Rumble is full of surprises. Who knows what's going to happen? But for the results of what I think are going to happen for the Rumble matches, for the Women's Rumble, I think Bayley is going to win. I think Bayley is most likely to win. She's certainly the most interesting choice to have win the Rumble. Now, she is a part of Damage Control. She's in there with Asuka, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and there's Bayley herself. Now, when it comes to Damage Control, Io Sky is currently the Women's Champion. Kairi and Asuka are the Tag Team Champions. Dakota Kai has been injured, so she really hasn't done much recently. Maybe she'll show up at the Rumble match herself if she's healed. But Bayley winning certainly is the most interesting choice because you could have her go after Rhea Ripley and maybe have Damage Control try to go for the clean sweep in which they hold, one faction holds the entire women's division championship line. Or you might have some growing distance between Bayley and the rest of Damage Control where she might decide to go after Io Sky. Now, it's been teased that Bayley probably will go after Rhea Ripley if she wins, but at the same time, they've been growing quite distant, Damage Control and Bayley, so there might be some interesting stuff there. So if Bayley does win, it'd be really interesting to see where it goes, but I think she'll probably face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania and have Damage Control try to go over the clean sweep. Next up, we have, I believe, Jade Cargill showing up at the Royal Rumble. I think she will make her in-ring debut at the Royal Rumble. She was the former TBS champion with AEW. She had the big undefeated streak that was ended by Chris Statlander when she came back and defeated Jade Cargill. But either way, Jade Cargill has signed with the WWE, at least for a few months now. She's been signed. She's appeared on TV a few times, but she has yet to actually show up in the ring in a match, and I think that the Royal Rumble will be her in-ring WWE debut. Now, of course, she was sent down to the Performance Center because Triple H said AEW didn't teach her how to wrestle or something like that. Either way, I'm very, very excited to see that. I'd also like to see Babe Priestley show up in the Women's Rumble. That'd be cool too. Anyway, next up we have the Men's Rumble. I have no idea who's going to win the Men's Rumble. I've heard some people say The Rock. I've heard some people say Gunther should win. I've heard some people say it should be Cody Rhodes. Me personally, I think it's going to be CM Punk. I think Punk is the winner. Now, if you would have asked me before Survivor Series, who do you think is going to win the Rumble, I would have said probably Cody Rhodes, because they want Cody to finish his story, because he didn't have an opportunity. Well, after WrestleMania, he lost to Roman, but he has just been awaiting a second opportunity because they kind of put Cody on the back burner for a little bit. Now, the case for Cody winning is he gets his second chance at Roman. He gets an opportunity to finish his story at WrestleMania again. But I've heard some people say they think it might be Gunther. Now, Gunther would be a strong candidate to win the Royal Rumble. He certainly could do very, very great in the Rumble match. And if he wins, going after Seth Rollins. Now, of course, I don't think the winner of the Rumble is going to go after Roman Reigns. I think they're going to save that for The Rock. But who knows? Who really knows? I certainly hope it's not The Rock. It might be, but I certainly hope it isn't. Either way, I think CM Punk is going to be winning the Rumble. He'll probably go after Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. They might have a Cody-Roman match at WrestleMania. Who's to say for sure? A lot of people think it's going to be The Rock and Roman, and honestly, I wouldn't really be surprised if that's what it is. But either way, regardless of what happens, I think CM Punk will be winning the Royal Rumble. So those are my thoughts of what I think and what I believe should and probably should not happen at the Royal Rumble. Will we see MJF? Who's to say for sure? It'll be interesting.